Hey, what's up, guys? This is Andre or Chokinator if you know me from my stream. I'm gonna do some quick Melee VOD review. I'm not really gonna do it too in depth or frame by frame or anything like that. But so the story is yesterday I was playing some Slippi online with rollback netcode, and I ended up playing Donkey Kong for like 2 hours. One of the reasons I've been interested in the character is because not only has Rishi done a bunch of videos on why DK is good, like his strengths, but also I actually have not been able to figure out his weaknesses when I fight against him. Whenever I fight some Donkey Kong mains online, I end up losing really badly. I can barely take games off of Ringler. I think I took one game with Ices, but I can't take any games off him with Falcon. And then I fought some other Donkey Kong mains on Slippi, and it's been really difficult. So in order to discover a character's weaknesses, I pick up the character, and I ended up playing him for like 2 hours yesterday, and I have a bunch of replays. So I'm just gonna pick like replays at random. Three of them. I'll go over three of them, and I'll go over some of the stuff that I learned and some of the stuff that like I might be having trouble with, or even some of the stuff that I'm doing wrong. So let's find look, hit this one, me versus Yuck. So I'll go ahead and full screen it. All right, so yeah, right off the bat, you can see that one of Donkey Kong's weaknesses is like getting camped. Oh, I'm looking like I'm turning down the volume, and you can see that I'm watching a Warren Buffett video and Jay-Z on the side. But yeah, anyway, one of Donkey Kong's weaknesses is definitely getting camped. Like, he's a character, he's almost kind of like Jigglypuff in the sense that his strength is, a lot of his safety net is in his back air, because it's so fast and has so much range that he kind of keeps himself safe with that. But he's not really great on the approach. Like, his dash forward, like his dashing forward aerials are not really, like, they have good range, like forward air and neutral air, but they're not that fast, and they're kind of laggy at the end, so they can be easily whiff punished. So a lot of the times you have to kind of rely on your opponent approaching you. Also, another weakness that I have personally, because I haven't really grinded many hours with this character, is that I don't really know his flowcharts. And like the flowchart for the punish game, because that's kind of what makes him strong, especially against characters like Fox and Falco and Falcon. And in general, like even against Sheik and Marth, he has a really great punish game and edge guarding game. I don't know it yet, so I just had to kind of rely on my neutral experience to get through a lot of these matches and unforced errors like that. You can see a lot of the matchup is with me is spent like charging up my punch, but even though I usually have it charged a lot of the time, I never really know when to use it. I think what I need to be doing more is like kind of fish for opportunities, because it does like 30% and it kills really early, so I might as well like try to look a lot more. So what I'm doing here, and one thing I noticed a lot when I was looking at some of these replays, is that when I do get grabs, instead of doing like cargo up throws for damage, which I should be doing, I tend to like try to back air and then edge guard. I think it's because I don't have enough experience with the character that I try to just go for something cheesy, but I should just be going for more damage. Dash attack is really bad, but I ended up getting it there. Sometimes it can be a disruptive move, because DK doesn't really have a good straight-on approach, so sometimes you just gotta throw it out, and sometimes people get hit, and it pops people up, but it's so laggy, so it's usually not worth using. Donkey Kong's dash dance is really good. Yeah, because he can, like, when you're facing away from your opponent, you can back air. If you're facing toward your opponent, you can like do some kind of sudden approach. I almost wish he had like his PM/ultimate dash attack, which is the roll, which always made a lot of sense to me, because in the Donkey Kong games he always had that roll. Yeah, so you can see this Fox is like kind of just making me come in. I'm also typically a very impatient player. So a character like this, who kind of has to force characters to approach by spacing backers and stuff, it's not really doesn't come intuitively to me. See, even right there, I chose to approach with a neutral air, but maybe I could have been like more patient and waited for him to come to me. Even though he's laser camping, I could at least like close a little space, but still make him come to me. You know, like at least scare him into approaching. Yeah, I could really like pause and go frame by frame in this, but I think I'm just trying to figure out like general mistakes first. And a lot of it is like not using my punch, like fishing for more opportunity. I need to fish for more opportunities to use it. I need to use more cargo up throws to get more damage. Like, in general, I'm actually playing out of shield kind of well, in the sense that I'm not really getting killed. So this is a big opportunity here, right? So, yeah, I'm looking for the up airs, but I don't really know, like, the combo tree that well yet. There was probably... I probably could have up aired earlier. I really, really love up B out of shield. It's so good. Like, even if you don't hit with the initial hitbox, his spinning is actually very hard to punish, because you can drift a little bit forward and back. And its recovery isn't that fast, but it's, like, enough where... It's fast enough where, like, it can be a little bit ambiguous on where to punish it. So I got really lucky here. He didn't... He kind of recovered badly. Let's look at 2 more matches. I'm just going to try to find random matches. So that was pretty early in my session. I did play for 2 hours from like 4 to 6. So let's look at one later here. I really enjoyed the games with these Mario players. Let's look at Mario. Yeah, let's look at this. All right. Hopefully this is a full-length match. A lot of times these guys just quit out. Looks like it's 3 minutes long, so that should be good. Mario is a lot easier to deal with than Fox, because Mario doesn't really have great options for camping. His fireballs are easy to get past. Sometimes you can just hit them like I did there. And edge guarding him is somewhat trivial, because Mario does have a few resources to recover, like his cape and his down B. But you can kind of just react to those and back air him or hit him with up B. I learned that the beginning of Donkey Kong's aerial up B is invincible at the beginning. I'm not sure if that's true, but it seems like it just has a really reliable and fast hitbox. So, yeah, see, there's my Donkey Kong punch. That was used as a whiff punish. I think that's my favorite use of the Donkey Kong punch, because comboing into it is not something I'm used to yet. But yeah, Giant Punch as a whiff punish, like, you just have to get a feel for when someone's going to press a button, and then just let it rip. And he kind of does reel back a little bit, so sometimes you could dodge moves with the reel back and just, smack someone with it. So I really enjoy Donkey Kong's, like, double jump. His drift is actually pretty good. His jumps actually elevate pretty high, too. So a lot of times when you're getting off the ledge, you can just like ledge jump and then double jump to the top platform, and it's actually fairly safe. But yeah, when in doubt, I feel like yeah. So I've really been enjoying his down tilt and forward tilt. They're just so fast, and they have such great range. Down tilt is very safe poke. So I think as an approach, I could be using running down tilts more. So if I were to be taking notes on this matchup, I would definitely think like. Be more patient, fish for more Donkey Giant Punch. If I'm going to approach at all, try to incorporate running down tilts. Yeah, so those are some of the notes I think about. See, right there, my double jump elevates pretty high, and I was able to get back to mid-stage pretty easily. It's pretty different from characters like Fox, Falco, and Falcon, who, because they have such fast fall speed, their aerial drift in the air is not very that... It's not really... You can't really cover a lot of distance with their double jumps. So Donkey Kong is nice in that he can. There's a... I don't know why I upbeat out of shield there. Sometimes I just do it as a panic option. But a lot of time I'm actually... like, kind of testing when it works, too. In a lot of these matches, you can see me just kind of experimenting a lot. I like going for down smash, CC down smash. Another thing I could be incorporating more is the... I remember reading in Rishi's video that the ground pound, the down B, is also really nice in that it causes so many grounded hitboxes. They're actually like big hitboxes. He said think of it like 4 multi-shines happening on the ground around you. And oh, see, I like also using there's actually layers to the giant punch too, because the fully charged punch is pretty safe on shield, and it pushes them back really far. So sometimes if they try to punish you, you can just hit them again. So that's that. That really... Mario was somewhat weak. I was playing this Falco. Let's see. Falco, Falcon, Jigglypuff. Oh, Jigglypuff might be interesting. Let's look at 2 more. Let's look at this Jigglypuff match. Yeah, 2 minutes long. This actually went pretty fast for a Jigglypuff match. I'm not really sure if it was just constantly approaching. But I'm actually very comfortable with the Jigglypuff in most matches. For some reason, like, because she's not constantly pressuring you, she's like spacing back airs. It's pretty easy for me to stay patient and weave around the back air. I know her weaknesses, like her ground game is pretty slow, and when she's in the air, she has to reel back after the back air, or else Yeah, I don't know why he's just pounding there. But the thing is, after her back air, she has to like drift away usually. So usually if a back air whiffs, you can just run at her, and that kind of can give you free openings sometimes. Like there's probably another backer coming, but at the end of the day, you're closing space and she has to drift away. So you can like really take away a lot of Jigglypuff space somewhat easily. So because I know that, it makes me very comfortable in this matchup for most characters. And like in my mind, thinking about this matchup, I'm like, okay, Donkey Kong's back air is probably like just as good as Jigglypuff's, if not better. It's faster, you know. It has like a similar amount of range. It's not as disjointed, but you know, it's just really that good. Like back air versus back air, Donkey Kong versus Jigglypuff is like, you know, somewhat evenly matched. And the thing is, also, I can afford to trade a lot, so I can afford to like just throw out aerials a lot of the time, interface. And if we end up trading, I'm heavier. My recovery is like really good. So, to be fair, Jigglypuff she probably has some kind of bread and butter way to edgeguard Donkey Kong. I don't think I'm facing the strongest Jigglypuff player right here because he's constantly approaching me. I would really like to fight a Jigglypuff with like, you know, stronger spacing skills. I really love how fast the up B recovers, the aerial up B, because sometimes you can just recover high, and people don't know how to punish it. The other thing is that I remember in PM you could like recover high with the spinning Kong, and the recovery is basically instant. It's so crazy. But this is melee, so it's still quite good though. See, now I have my Donkey Punch charge up. I knew I wanted to fish for an up air there. Like, oh, he actually quit out. I guess he couldn't handle it. So yeah, at that last moment there, I was thinking, okay, he's at 100. I'll get a kill with an up air. I fished for it, and then I got it, and then I was thinking, I'll save my Donkey Kong Punch for the next stop. Falco is a very difficult matchup. I'm not sure how many Falcos I played. I think this one I had some pretty good games, TGF. So let's look at this last game before I end the video. Falco's a pretty tough matchup. But sometimes this Falco wasn't the strongest player. But that actually helps me because I knew if I fight a strong Falco, I'm just gonna get destroyed. This matchup is really bad for DK. If Falco is, you know, controlling his laser game well. I noticed that, you know, a lot of times against Falco in most matchups, you kind of have to move preemptively. Sometimes you just gotta jump before he can even shoot a laser. If he's nearby you, sometimes you just gotta throw a hitbox out, because a lot of times Falcos aren't just holding shield, they're not dash dancing. So sometimes if you just throw a hitbox out, they'll just get hit. So you can sort of disrupt their rhythm when there are openings that they leave that they're not aware of. Now, stronger Falcos usually have a lot better defense, so I would imagine that I would just basically get force locked if I fought like a stronger Falco. But, you know, fighting a weak Falco, I'm not really trying to bully him. I'm really just trying to learn the character. So yeah. Yeah, see, that time I really underestimated how fast DK's drift was because I tried to back air him. And right now, I'm just like up being out of shield every time. Just because I want to see, like, I want to know how people punish it. Because actually, when I fight against DK, that's one of my big weaknesses too. Like, I don't know how to punish his up B out of shield. And even as I use him, I'm like, man, this move is so good. When can people punish it? So the more I spam it, the more I will learn like where it's vulnerable. Because I'm not, you know, even though I'm spamming it, I'm still trying to use it somewhat safely. I could have gotten an up smash there, I think, after the forward air pop up. But it's okay. He ends up killing himself. Yeah, I think this Falco, I had fought him in so many games that I'm not sure if he was just giving up at this point, because it doesn't really seem like he's playing that well, or maybe he's just not a great player, doing a lot of forward smashes. You can tell when players are really not thinking about the way they're playing, and I think that Falco is like was not really that strong. So yeah, that's some of my DK stuff. I do want to do more videos like this in the future because Slippi records every single replay, and there are a ton of games that are interesting that are where I'm just learning Falcon, getting better. But this was my day yesterday with Donkey Kong. So hope you guys enjoyed that video. Let me know if you want to see more. If there's any characters you want to see, or if you just like seeing my face. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Peace out. Love you all. Bye bye.